Squidward's happy heart was removed, and he could never laugh again, but the doctor told him not to worry. That day, SpongeBob came to Squidward's front door as usual to wake him up. It was just one simple sentence that wasn't even funny, but SpongeBob suddenly burst into unstoppable laughter. No matter what he did, he couldn't stop. The noise instantly drove Squidward furious. From that moment on, SpongeBob laughed for the entire day. Even the next day, he was still laughing non-stop. The endless laughter left him exhausted and starving. Squidward watched everything happen, and a bad idea suddenly came to his mind. Not long after, while SpongeBob was getting ready to cook, Squidward walked over and lied to him, saying his body was completely worn out. SpongeBob was confused. He had no idea why this was happening. Squidward quickly guided him into believing it. He explained that it was all caused by laughing too much. SpongeBob actually believed him. Right after saying that, he ran into Patrick. SpongeBob quickly rushed over to stop him. He explained that he couldn't laugh right now, but after hearing that, Patrick purposely made funny faces to make him laugh. SpongeBob held back his laughter and avoided every silly trick. He tried his hardest to stay calm, but accidentally, he stepped on a whoopee cushion. What was worse, the entire street was covered with those prank cushions. He panicked and ran to an empty area. Then he dug a hole and buried himself underground. In the end, he managed to survive the whole day without laughing. The next morning, he crawled out of the dirt. He tried to laugh once more, but realized he couldn't laugh at all anymore. He immediately ran to Patrick for help. Patrick carefully examined him. Then SpongeBob went to find Mr. Krabs. But Mr. Krabs said, only money can bring happiness. To help SpongeBob find his laughter again, Mr. Krabs made an exception and let him touch some money. But even after touching the cash, SpongeBob still couldn't laugh. He went to Sandy next. Sandy brought out every joke book she owned. But even after reading through all the jokes, SpongeBob still couldn't force out even a tiny smile. Meanwhile, Squidward was enjoying his peaceful life without SpongeBob's annoying noise. Just as he was preparing to spend a quiet evening, SpongeBob suddenly burst into tears. SpongeBob cried sadly and told him that he had broken his happy heart and would never be able to laugh again. Only then did Squidward tell him the truth. There was no such thing as a happy heart. Surprisingly, that honest confession made SpongeBob laugh instantly. Squidward also found the situation so ridiculous that he couldn't help laughing, but SpongeBob didn't think it was funny at all. Squidward laughed louder and louder. Suddenly, he collapsed onto the ground. He was rushed to the hospital. The doctor told him that his happy heart was completely ruined. Squidward had rarely shown any happiness in his entire life. After this incident, he completely lost the ability to laugh. The doctor said the only option was to remove it through surgery. But once again, the doctor comforted him. A friend had volunteered to donate a happy heart to him. Squidward never imagined that the donor would be the person he disliked the most, the one who annoyed him more than anyone else, SpongeBob.